said great.
In this white world that reaches the sky, I found a future for me. Just standing there on a high mountainside, I'm ruler of all I can see. The snow is my lover, the sun is her kiss, the wind sings a love song to me. With the wind and the sun and a vast snowy run, and just like an eagle I'm free. For my skis are the things that give me my wings and make me an eagle
That's nice.
and free. If you see a track in the powder white snow, etching a trail 'neath the sky, then look for a skier whose heart's in the clouds, and the song in his heart tells you why. He soars through the spaces, he flies through the trees, he races the wind rushing by. For here is a man with his spirit fulfilled, an eagle who must ever fly. For his skis are the things that give him his wings and make him an eagle on high. His skis are the things that give him his wings and make him an eagle on high. I'm a celebrated skier, folks, and qualified to smirk. I've skied more hills than any man from Frisco to New York. But talking about the skiing I've done is my one and only quirk, especially when I'm standing in the bar. I'll ski any hill that stands, my friends, regardless of the pitch. On any kind of skis at all, I really don't care which. I can ski the cliffs of Dover with nary a bloody hitch, and haven't I often proved it in the bar? I ski straight down the hill, you know, I never need traverse. I ski every style of skiing from the Arlberg to reverse. I'm one of the finest skiers in the whole darn universe, especially when I'm standing in the bar. I've looked for powder skiing all around the world, you know, and when the powder's really deep, I'm first one on the toe. With just my head above the top, that's how I like my snow, and I love to tell about it in the bar. The search for higher mountains has become my lifelong quest, but I found a hill in Asia that I really think is best. So if anyone wants to find me, I'll be shush in Everest as soon as I've had a couple in the bar. when it comes to racing, I'm the finest of the crop. I can memorize a slalom course from bottom to the top. I come roaring through the finish gate and I barely make a stop, just in time to have a couple in the bar. And now my song has ended, and I hope you will agree that if you need some pointers, why, you'd better send for me. But I'm not worth a damn, you know, till I've emptied 2 or 3 of the very biggest schooners in the barroom. The very biggest schooners in the barroom. Johnson from his bedroll sprang and he called for his boots and skis. Skied quite well and he skied like hell, but he didn't have a bend in his knees. He didn't have a bend in his knees. He didn't have a bend in his knees. Skied quite well and he skied like hell, but he didn't have a bend in his knees. Now Johnson thought when his skis he bought he would ski with a maximum of ease. But the thing he was taught that he soon forgot was to get a little bend in his knees. Was to get a little bend in his knees. Was to get a little bend in his knees. But the thing he was taught that he soon forgot was to get a little bend in his knees. Now John in a race was a terrible disgrace. He soon ended up in the trees. And the reason he fell was, you know damn well, that he didn't have a bend in his knees. He didn't have a bend in his knees. Didn't have a bend in his knees. And the reason he fell was, you know damn well, that he didn't have a bend in his knees. He let out a howl for the ski patrol, saying, "Get the toboggan, please." As they carried him down to the dock in the town, they said, "You should have had a bend in your knees." They said, "You should have had a bend in your knees." They said, "You should have had a bend in your knees." As they carried him down to the dock in the town, they said, "You should have had a bend in your knees." Long after the spill in the doctor's bill and he'd sold his boots and skis, now he can't make haste with a cast to his waist. And he doesn't have a bend in his knees. No, he doesn't have a bend in his knees. He doesn't have a bend in his knees. He can't make haste with a cast to his waist, and he doesn't have a bend in his knees. They called him Super Skier as he sat around the sun deck, and he swore that he'd never spill. When they finally took him down, they had to use 3 toboggans to carry all the pieces down the hill. He was going down that slope, going 90 miles an hour, when he caught an edge of his ski. Well, his clothes, they were fast, but the slopes, they were faster. That's the last of Super Skier we shall see. He hollered, "What the hell?" as he put 'em parallel. He figured there was nothing else to learn. As he started on his way, he was shouting, "Underlay!" assuming that he'd never have to turn. Well, he was slipping down that slope, going 90 miles an hour, when a mogul flipped him in the air. His jumping form was fine till he ran into a pine, and 2 one-legged skiers left from there. Well, he was going down that slope, going 90 miles an hour, when he caught an edge of his ski. Well, his clothes, they were fast, but the slopes, they were faster. That's the last of Super Skier we shall see. When he left the tree at last, he was skiing twice as fast. Both halves were skimming moguls like a feather. He said, "If I must be a split personality, how can I ever keep my knees together?" One ski was headed east and the other headed west, 'cause both of them, you see, were running freer. The folks on Little Nell, they looked up as scared as hell, said, "It's a bird, no, it's a plane, it's Super Skier." Well, he was going down that slope, going 90 miles an hour, when he caught an edge of his ski. Well, his clothes, they were fast, but the slopes, they were faster. That's the last of Super Skier we shall see. Well, the moral of my story, though my story's kinda gory, is very simple even to a dope. Buy the fastest clothes you can, then talk skiing like a man. But don't let people catch you on the slope. Well, he was going down that slope, going 90 miles an hour, when he caught an edge of his ski. Well, his clothes, they were fast, but the slopes, they were faster. That's the last of Super Skier we shall see. That's the last of Super Skier we shall see.
icicles are all melting. Look, the snow's almost all gone.
What'll we do when the snow's all gone?
What'll we do when the snow's all gone? What'll we do when the snow's all gone? What'll we do when the grass turns green? What'll we do when the toes shut down? And our favorite run is a muddy ravine. We could paint a picture or write a song.
That's all wrong.
We could be domestic and learn to cook.
Oh, now look. We could take up golf or ride a horse.
Why, of course. What'll we do when the robins come? What'll we do when the summer's here? What'll we do when we cannot ski and sun's all over the hemisphere? We might have to go to school.
Don't be a fool. I could find a girl to be my bride.
That's suicide.
We might have to go to work.
We'd go berserk. What'll we do when it doesn't storm? What'll we do when the winds don't blow? What'll we do when we wake one morn? Find plenty of heat and no more snow. When summer's here and the flowers bloom, no need for gloom.
What'll we do when this all melts? There's nothing else.
Now listen to me, I've got an idea. We could go to Chile to ski Portilla.
Ski Portilla? Ski Portilla?
We could go to Chile to ski Portilla. Here's what we'll do when the snow's all gone. All your wailing is pretty silly. When summer comes, we'll pack our